Tired of feeling depressed? Medications not working or giving you unwanted side effects? Don't put your life on hold because of depression. With TMS therapy, NeuroJust changes your mind so you can change your life. What is TMS therapy? TMS stands for transcranial magnetic stimulation. TMS is an FDA-approved treatment for depression and covered by most insurances. It is also being used to successfully treat mood disorders like anxiety, PTSD, and OCD. TMS hacks how our brain works. When managing our thoughts and movements, our brain uses both electrical and chemical signals that travel along neural pathways. The more we use these pathways to signal happy thoughts, the stronger that pathway becomes. It's like you're hiking through a forest. The more times you travel a particular pathway, the more worn or cleared that trail becomes, and the easier it is to traverse. If you constantly use the happy trail, the sad trail will become overgrown and less used. Conversely, if you normally take the sad trail, that pathway becomes worn, and the happy trail becomes overgrown. TMS helps clear the happy path in your brain. Here's a functional PET scan of a typical brain. This is an equivalent scan of a brain of someone suffering from depression. The neural pathway in a normal brain shows activity in the areas less traveled. Now let's look at how TMS treatment works. At NeuroJust, we place a magnetic coil over the patient's head which provides an electromagnetic field with enough energy to stimulate or turn on the neurons in the left prefrontal cortex of the brain. Essentially, we are clearing your happy path, neuron by neuron, and the part of your brain associated with being more happy, less anxious, and more relaxed and content. TMS helps you practice the power of positive thinking by activating your positive neural pathway through magnetic stimulation. Each pulse is like practicing a positive thought, and we know that practice makes perfect. Each TMS session practices a particular pathway 3,000 to 5,000 times.
A typical course of TMS is around 36 sessions and stimulates those positive pathways 100 to 150,000 times.
Imagine practicing your tennis serve 150,000 times. You'd get pretty good at it. That's what TMS does for your brain. It practices the happy path in your brain by making small neurological adjustments. And the results are amazing, with little to no side effects. Let's look at the benefits of TMS. TMS is a non-invasive, simple outpatient procedure. Our treatment rooms are set up so that patients can listen to music, watch movies, or interact with our NeuroJust patient advocates. There is no sedation required, so our patients can drive themselves to and from our clinic. Because medications alter the chemical makeup of your brain, you can experience negative side effects of those chemical changes. Medications often fail because your body has a way of counteracting those chemical imbalances, which ultimately leads to the recurrence of depressing thoughts and feelings. Whereas TMS provides a precise amount of electrical stimulation which causes a natural waterfall effect in your brain that awakens those neural pathways and allows you to maintain happiness with little to no side effects. Let's compare these side effects. Medications often lead to weight gain, sexual dysfunction, low libido, memory difficulties, nausea, stomach ache, sedation, blurred vision, dry mouth, mild headache. The most common side effect of TMS is a mild headache during the initial treatment that disappears over the course of a few days. It's like having a sore muscle after working it out for the first time in years. Most patients report no side effects. TMS is a wonderful option for anyone who has not benefited from antidepressant medications, or for anyone who has struggled with the many side effects of psychiatric medication. TMS is also a great option for anyone who wants to try a non-medication-based treatment for depression. And while TMS is an effective treatment for major depression, it's also an effective treatment for less severe symptoms, for the person who just wants to feel better. You can learn more about TMS and NeuroJust at www.neurojust.com or give us a call at 504-619-8685 to meet with one of the NeuroJust patient advocates. At NeuroJust, we're ready to change your mind so you can change your life.